Good evening. This is BelGeode, and we are back with some Black Desert. And yes, you will notice one very important thing. Everything is in English. There's also some character classes missing. This is, of course, the alpha test for the NAEU version. That's the North American slash European version, which is based out of the Netherlands by Daum EU. Now, tonight we're going to be going through some of the news that has come out from Daum EU, and we're also going to go over some of the feedback and whatnot. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to be showcasing some gameplay from the sorceress. So, give me a minute to set her up, and then we'll be ready to go. Okay, so one of the first things that I discovered, which I was very pleasantly surprised, was that if you've been playing the Korean Open beta test and you happen to save your character customization files, it does create a little file. You'll see in the lower left-hand corner it says Save to File. It saves that file in a folder in your Black Desert folder, and if you are lucky enough to be one of the few people that are playing the alpha, or even if you're planning on playing the upcoming beta and of course the eventual launch, this file will transfer over to the NAEU version. So I had been playing the sorceress character, and I saved the file, and I'm going to go ahead and load it up right here. That'll save us some time. And ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Allyanis, Gita's sister. Yay! All right. Now, just to kind of address the missing character classes on the creation window there, they did confirm that we will have technically 7 classes available to us when this thing releases here in the West. Those classes, of course, will be Warrior, the Sorceress, the Ranger, the Berserker, the Valkyrie, which, if you remember correctly, is the class that I use for Gita, and the Wizard and the Witch. The Wizard, of course, being the male version of the Witch being the female version of the Wizard. Those are the ones that they've decided to go with. The other classes will be added rather fast, in their words. However, they need to make some changes since they have a distinctly Asian flavor. Personally, I'm not quite sure what exactly that means. I thought those classes were fine. They need to just put them back in there. So classes like the Tamer, the Blader, the Plum, the Ninja, the Konoichi, all of those classes will be coming after the fact, unless, of course, we give enough feedback on the alpha forums to warrant them to just bring everything out. I imagine they're probably delaying everything as well because they're still in the process of translating stuff. But yes, we will be getting all of those classes at some point in time, but I'm just really glad that they included Valkyrie as part of these starting classes because, I just can't survive without my Gita. I love Ali, and as you can see, she's pretty damn awesome, but I kind of need to have Gita as well. Tanya can wait a little bit. We'll wait for the ninja. Now, one very big thing that is a huge game changer for me, in the good way, they did acknowledge that the Western world would like some darker skins on these characters. So, yes, for those of you who are like me and enjoy making a character that looks like yourself and you happen to have dark skin like me, yes, we will be able at launch to make black characters. That's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. That's the news I was waiting for. Okay, now, looks like Allie's just about ready to go, so we're going to go ahead and get into the game. I'm probably going to be skipping around here and there. I'm not going to show you like the whole thing, because honestly, if you've been watching my videos before, you've probably already seen how the beginning starts. I'm just going to highlight some of the things that are new, different, may have changed, that you'll be seeing later on down the road. And of course, we'll go over the rest of the news and feedback that's come out. Alright, so let's do the magic of editing here. And we'll pop back in once we are in the world. Okay, well, Clearly, Allie is not feeling so hot. Hmm. But as I'm sure you remember, that is how all classes start. Black Spirit comes to visit you and becomes one with you, and I mean that in the least possible kinkiest way, and then teaches you how to move around. Now, the same thing still applies with the NAEU version as did with the Korean version. There's not a whole hell of a lot of tutorials here. They teach you like the real basics, and you're pretty much left to fend for yourself after that. Some of the starting quests will teach you where the trainer is and so on and so forth. That has not changed. Pretty much the game is exactly the same as it was in the Korean version, except, of course, as you can see, the English now makes a hell of a lot more sense. This is a good thing. This is a very good thing. You still have all the same icons to deal with, so you see the quest icon over that lady that we're about to talk to now. Now, a couple of things that I'm going to call your attention to here. First off, you will notice that Miss Chiara Coop here does not have any voiceover. That is coming. They did confirm voice acting will be available for the English language. As far as French and German versions, they are going to have subtitles. Now, the other thing, the intimacy system is still a part of the game. I don't know if you caught that there. That was on the lower left-hand corner of the screen. Let me just finish up here with this quest, and I will show it to you again. Alright, there we go. That's what I needed to do. Now I need to talk to her again. Okay, you'll see it in the lower left-hand corner. That's part of the intimacy system. I don't know if they renamed that for the English version, but that's what I know it as. And essentially what that does, the more knowledge you have of a person, like, the closer friends you become with a person, the more options open up to you. So you may have more shopping options or more quests and so on. And we'll take this starting money. Actually, I think we need to get that starting money from the boss of this town here. Okay, cool beans. And as I'm sure you can see, the world is identical to what we've been seeing in the Korean version. And you can still take Kodak moments. Always a good thing. So, I'm going to go ahead and do that because that'll be our title shot. There we go. Allie's looking great. She's not impressed with anything, but she's still looking great. Okay, so we're going to catch up with the mayor here real quick, and I'm just going to go through like these first few missions, because like I said, you've already seen all this stuff before. There's no need for me to reinvent the wheel. I will definitely give some huge shout outs to Daum EU for being able to translate this sucker thus far, and I haven't seen a single typo yet, so good on you. Now, just to give you an idea of what a Herculean effort this really is, this game has about 2.8 million words in it. And of course, that figure does go up every time Pearl Abyss decides to, alter quests. So yeah, they're making voiceover for a lot of that, and they're translating all of it. That's just crazy. All right. So we got our starting money, and we are now in the cutscene. Once again, you'll notice there's no voiceover, but that is fine. While they're doing their little cutscene goodness here, I'm going to give you some more information that I found out. Now, they did confirm this sucker is coming out in first quarter of 2016. It is very important to note that after this alpha test is done, the next time we're going to see Black Desert Online is going to be as a beta test, or as a series of beta tests, closed beta tests, I might add. They will not be doing an open beta like they did in Korea. Alright, Igor, let me finish talking to you here. Wow, it's actually so cool to be able to understand what in the hell they're actually saying now. This is awesome, and I'll take that money. Thank you so much, I appreciate that. And I just leveled up. Awesome. Game is still pretty much easy mode right now, but there has been a metric crap ton of feedback that has been given. to make this game a little bit more difficult. We don't want it to be, like so grindy that, it takes us 5 years to get from level 1 to level 50 or whatever the ultimate cap is going to be. But we do want things to take a little bit longer. We want monsters to be a little bit more difficult. Because right now, yeah, it's still freaking easy mode, which we'll see that in a moment once we get to the combat. Dude, do you seriously have to bump into me all the time? Damn. Alright, so yeah, we'll go ahead and talk to him. We now have knowledge of Baldos, and just as I had explained on previous videos, every NPC that we talk to, we gain knowledge about, and that persists throughout the account. So I'm not sure how many characters I'm going to create for this weekend's alpha test. However, every character that Allyanis talks to, all successive characters on the account, will already have knowledge of those NPCs. Oh, that's her name, Jarette. Huh. I actually wondered what her actual name was. Okay, well now we know. Actually. And yes, I just realized I said a whole bunch of actuallys. Deal with it. And then of course there's Dear Boy here. I thought that was her boyfriend, but I guess it's probably her grandfather or something. I don't know. Or maybe it's like her butler. Okay, so they're in another cutscene here, so I'm going to continue on with the news and all the goodies here. Now, we already know this thing is going to be buy to play. Yeah, that's a given. And one of the things that they're planning on doing, or they say it's a possibility, is that you can get guaranteed beta access. We will find out in a couple of weeks' time exactly how much this game is going to be and when we can actually pre-order it. So just be prepared for that. That is coming. And yes, I do plan on pre-ordering this sucker. I've already explained in a previous video why I think it is worth the buy to play. However, with that having been said, yeah, we're only getting like a whole bunch of classes, but not all of the classes. And in addition to which, we are not going to get the media region, and we're not going to get Valencia. So if you caught my Gita series in the desert region of Valencia, we'll still have to wait to get those regions added in after the fact. I imagine they will be free additions, just like they were in the Korean version. That would not really make much sense if they decided to charge us like DLC type money for the extra regions. So hopefully they won't do that. I highly, highly doubt they would do that. That's suicide, basically. It's video game suicide is what that is. Alright, as soon as this guy's finished chit-chatting here, we'll check out combat, make sure that that is pretty much what we expect. Another thing that they did confirm at this Paris Games Week is that they have no plans at this time to have a console version of Black Desert online. So unfortunately, you console folks, gotta disappoint you on that one. This one's gonna be PC Master Race only, or at least for the foreseeable future. If they change their minds, yeah, we'll find out later. Alright, he is still not done talking with me here. Okay. Oh, great. Now Freaky's gotta get his 2 cents in. Alright, Freaky, what do you want? I think that the Black Spirit was like the only character that was completely properly translated by Loki Reborn and the other English patches that were available for the Korean version. Because pretty much he doesn't have anything of interest to say. Good old Freaky. Alright, Freaky, get out of my way here. Okay, so let's talk to these people real quick so that way we can gain some knowledge of them. There's Orwin. I might actually try a ranger this time because I briefly created one but then never did anything with her. Now if you're new to this game, let me just remind you, the combat is unlike, I would say, about 90% of the MMORPGs out there. Yes, it is very action-oriented combat. Yes, it does take a little while to get used to. And while you do have those hotbars on the bottom, 9 times out of 10, probably not even going to end up using them. You'll probably end up just using your key combinations and your mouse in order to get done what you need to get done. In case you forgot how that's done, I'm going to talk to this guy here and get the quest to beat up the target dummies, and I will show you. After this cutscene, apparently. Now, just a word of note about these cutscenes here. A lot of these are new. I don't recall seeing these in the Korean version. Some of them, yes. Some of them, yes, do exist. Others, I've never seen before. So either I didn't pay close enough attention or they added some stuff to this. Either way, damn good as far as I'm concerned. I would definitely recommend if you are just starting out, you've been watching Black Desert, but you haven't really had a chance to play it. If you get into the betas that are coming up, spend some time here with the target dummies. Get to know the control system before you actually start going out in the world killing everything in sight. You can thank me later. Like I said, it does take a little bit to get used to this depending on which class you're playing. As I'm sure you can clearly see, this is the skill tree for the sorceress. And look at that, everything is in glorious English. I love it. Oh yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and learn that first skill. Yeah, I've never understood what all of these things meant. Now this is awesome. I might actually take some time to look at the rest of this stuff here. Probably won't do that in this video though. I do just want to kind of show off the combat just a touch, even though you've probably seen it before. If you haven't, well, you're in for a little treat, I guess. Okay, dude. How about you give me the next quest so that I can actually start beating up on some dummies, and we'll take it from there. Okay. Yes, I am a reader. I like to read what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. If you are not a reader, I'm going to tell you right now, do not get this game. There's a lot of freaking reading. If reading is not your strong suit, yeah, you might not enjoy the game nearly as much. Alright, dude, can you get out of my way, please? I got target practice here. Okay, so here we go. Pretty straightforward stuff. You got your left click, you got your right click, you got your strong attacks, S and F, you got your kicks, and there you go. That's pretty much the basics of it. Every class has like their own different way of doing things. For example, with the Valkyrie and with the Warrior, both of them can pick up enemies and throw them down. I believe the Giant, which is now being called the Berserker, can also do that, but I have not played the Berserker character as of yet. And of course the characters with Asian flair that haven't quite made it into our version just yet, they also have some very unique skills that you won't find in some of the other classes. So pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and complete this quest. I can't wait to actually be able to make a warrior and or a berserker with dark skin. That's going to be cool. That is really going to be cool. I'm glad that they saw the light, so to speak, on that one. And let me just go through the skill tree here, because I've not actually paid close attention to what the sorceress has. So feel free to stop the video at whatever point you would like if you want to look at the individual skills and see what the button combinations are. Of course, with this UI being, you know, customizable, you can actually set it to where on screen you will see, just like I saw on that quest, what letters and mouse clicks you need to make in order to do the various attacks. You can set that up while you're learning how to play your character, so you know what you're doing basically. Me, I don't think I need it at this point. Freaky, talk to me real quick here, because we gotta wrap this up soon. You're bored. Okay. Oh, grass beetles. Yeah, we can go ahead and kill Ringo and his buddies. Why not? Alright. I guess we're ready to go then. And yes, it is definitely a good thing that this game is exactly the way that it was or is in Korea, only translated to English, because that is going to breed a lot of familiarity. Because if you've been watching a lot of these Black Desert videos, whether from myself or some of the many other talented content creators out there, you know that this game is going to be pretty damn awesome. Alright, so let's go kill Ringo. While we're at it, we're going to hit up George in a second here. There we go. George is dead. Okay, we'll finish up this quest here. And while I'm running around, just completing all of these little first quests here, I'll just finish up what news I've been given here. Now, just so you're aware, this alpha test will run through the entire weekend. Right now, today is October the 30th, 2015. It is a Friday. And this alpha test will go through till Monday the 2nd. So, what that means is, if you have not had the opportunity to get into the alpha test because, say, for example, like myself, you work during the day, then you will be able to log in right now, actually, and play throughout the entire weekend. It's going to be up for complete 24-hour period. So, in other words, what I'm saying is it's not from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. It's actually a full open 24-hour server. So go ahead and log in, check it out. You can hang out with me. My family name is, of course, BelGeode, all one word. And you can add me to your friends list, and I'll be more than happy to run around with you, because I guarantee you I'm spending most of this weekend playing this game. In addition to which, things to remember, the level cap is 30. PvP is enabled at level 20. The cash shop is disabled, so we will not be seeing the cash shop in this alpha. We might see it for the beta, but I don't want to speculate on that just yet until Daum actually tells us what's going to happen as a result of the feedback that we are giving. And I did, as promised, mention on the feedback forums that I would like for day and night to be of more equal time. In other words, for the nighttime to be longer, since animals are stronger at night. You know, I kind of want it to be a little bit more challenging, and I was pleasantly surprised to see that a bunch of other people echo the same sentiment. So we've got some really popular YouTubers that have actually agreed with me on this one and even voiced their opinion before I had a chance to. So this is cool. Hopefully they will take that information to heart and give us what we want. They do plan on increasing stuff like our inventory slots and like our weight, how much we can carry, and so on and so forth. That is all stuff that they're working on right now. They're all tweaking that, and as soon as we get like the final word on what it's going to look like for the next beta test, or I guess technically that would be the first official beta test, then I'm sure you will get that information as soon as I get that information. Okay, so as I wind down this video here, just to recap, the game is going to be coming out first quarter 2016. We do not yet have a confirmed date as to when that's going to happen. We do, however, know it will, of course, be buy to play, and we will find out in a couple of weeks' time exactly how much it's going to be, when we can start pre-ordering it, and what perks we're going to get, for example, guaranteed beta access. And just between you and I, Dom, that would be probably the best way to attract people to this game, is to guarantee that beta access there. Okay, so in addition to that information that I've just mentioned, voice acting is on the way. Not complete yet. We will have English voice acting with French and German subtitles for those particular markets. Jury's still out on PvP, PvE, and RP servers. Personally, I really don't think they need to do that. Having played on the Korean servers, I kind of like the fact that everything's just meshed together in one world and you've got like a larger population. I don't think we need to segregate ourselves as far as PvP, PvE, and RP. I think there's room for everybody there. But that's just my opinion. You know, take it for what it's worth. If you really want to see that stuff and you are in the alpha, make sure you leave your feedback on the forums. That's the only way they're going to know for sure that it's something that we really want. I'm not sure if they're checking Reddit, but if you're a Redditor, then, well, make your voice heard there too. Why not? And continuing our news recap, just to remind you, when this thing finally launches, we will be getting, so far, 6 classes. Technically, it's 7 because the Witch and the Wizard I consider 2 separate classes. You know, one's male, one's female, but there's like two different things for them as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, we got the witch, the wizard, the warrior, the sorceress, the Valkyrie, woohoo, the ranger, and the berserker. So I will have both my Gita and my Allyanis. Yay. We'll have to wait a little bit for Tanya though. And I'm going to be playing around with the settings here and all of this good stuff because I haven't seen most of this stuff in English before, so it would be kind of nice to see what everything really is. For example, the character screen. I'm going to go ahead and pull that up real quick here. Look at that. Wow, I can understand everything that's there. That's freaking amazing. And what is that glowing thing in the upper corner there? I have no idea. Okay, weight. Okay, breath, strength, and HP. Okay, so all of that stuff is still the same. And what is this? Introduce yourself. Oh, cool. Well, hell, time to let the whole world know Allie's here. Alright, we're going to go with Allyanis Shrike, sorceress. Let's see, what do I want? I will call her sorceress at large. Why not? Because after all, she is a lovely, thick lady. I know there's a way to turn off that little black desert message there where that says the black spirit has a quest for you. So I'm going to try and find a way to turn that damn thing off before I call it quits here. I do want to take a quick moment just to thank the following websites: MMOgames.com as well as WCCFtech.com. And of course the official Black Desert website, which is blackdesertonline.com. Thank you to all of them for providing me the information that I'm sharing with you, and especially to Daum for allowing me to have access to the alpha for this beloved game. What I was just showing was the edit UI window, which of course you can do to move stuff around if you are the kind of player that likes to have your UI set up a certain way. It's not currently active in the alpha, as you just saw, but I'm pretty sure it will be later on down the road. I don't recall seeing it in the Korean one, but you know, whatever. Alright, and I've gone ahead and opened up the settings here. So let me see. Okay, so now I know what all of this stuff is. This is awesome. This is really freaking awesome. Sound. I really don't need to do anything in the sound one here, but I'll show you what it looks like anyway. Game settings. What do we have here? Simplify UI. Ooh, Black Spirit notification. Yes, that is what I've been looking for. Let's turn this sucker off. There we go. No more random messages from Freaky in the middle of the night. At least once I apply this. Alright, good deal. Minimap rotation, I always like having that on. I'm just going to be playing around with settings here, folks. There's really nothing more to see. So thank you as always for watching. And if you've enjoyed the video, feel free to go ahead and give me a like. And don't forget to subscribe. That way you'll get notifications as to when I put this kind of video online, whether it be MMOs or flight sims or any of the other good stuff that I play. Alright, when I hear more information, you will hear more information. And if you don't hear it from me, you will likely hear it from somebody else, but I'm sure I'll chime in at some point in time. Alpha test continues this weekend, so I'll probably do one more video, kind of like a wrap-up video of some of the things that I have found between now, Friday, and Monday. Until then, I sincerely hope that you all have an excellent evening. For those of you who celebrated, happy Halloween! Don't do anything I would do. Alrighty, folks. I'm going to talk to Freaky here, and I'll catch up with you all soon. Thanks for watching. Ciao!